What will happen to a little puppy who once had everything, love, toys, and a happy home, but suddenly gets ignored and dragged into a place she doesn't understand? Her eyes are full of fear, and what comes next will break your heart. You won't believe what's coming. The story begins with a little puppy named Emma. She had just been adopted by a family in Texas. Her tiny tail wagged non-stop as she entered her new home. The kids ran around with her, laughing and playing every day. The parents smiled, watching her jump and roll on the carpet. Emma was the center of attention. They took her on walks, gave her toys, and made her feel special. For the first time, Emma felt safe, happy, and loved. But after a few months, things started to change. The house got quieter. The kids stopped playing with her. The parents didn't smile at her anymore. No more long walks, no more treats. Her toys disappeared one by one. Sometimes her food bowl stayed empty. No one noticed where she slept. The love she felt in the beginning started to fade. Emma didn't know why. She hadn't changed, but everything around her had. The warm home she once loved didn't feel the same anymore. Like she accepted that no one liked her anymore, Emma stayed quiet. She didn't bark when the door opened. She didn't run to greet anyone. She just sat in her corner, silent. Loud voices made her flinch. Fast movements made her hide. She used to be full of joy, but now she was just scared. Still, deep in her heart, Emma hoped someone would love her again. She just didn't know how to ask for it anymore. Then, one evening, something happened. The family called her softly and said, "Let's go for a ride." Emma lifted her head. Her tail moved just a little. Maybe they were going to the park. Maybe they missed her. She climbed into the back seat and curled up. For the first time in weeks, she felt a small bit of happiness. But this ride felt strange. No one talked. The car was quiet. The parents looked serious. The kids didn't even look at her. They stopped in front of a plain building. Emma didn't know what it was. The door opened, but she stayed curled up. The mother called her name, but Emma stayed still, confused and afraid. Then the father pulled out a rough rope instead of Emma's soft leash. He wrapped it around her neck and gave it a hard tug. Emma froze. Her little body didn't move. Her eyes were wide with fear. The parents pulled harder. The kids yelled at her to come, but Emma stayed still. People walking by started to stare. Something felt very wrong. Emma wasn't just scared. She was shaking with fear. The father bent down and tried to lift her. Emma kicked, twisted, and cried. She slipped from his arms, hit the ground, and tried to run, but the rope pulled her back. Her fear only got worse. The noise and struggle caught more eyes. A security guard walked over. "Is everything okay?" he asked. The father said without emotion, "We're here to put the dog down." The guard looked at Emma, trembling, crying, not wanting to move. He didn't ask anything else. He just opened the door. The family dragged her inside. People outside were shocked. Some took out their phones. Others yelled, telling the family to stop. No one understood how such a sweet, quiet dog could be treated this way. Then something happened that no one expected. Emma began to cry. She didn't bark. She didn't growl. She just let out soft, heartbreaking sobs. Tiny sounds filled with sadness, fear, and confusion. Her whimpers echoed through the building, but no one seemed to listen. The video of that moment spread quickly online. Thousands of people saw it. They were shocked, angry, and heartbroken. They couldn't believe anyone could do this to such a gentle dog. Why wasn't anyone stopping it? A rescue group in New York called Rescue Dogs Rock saw the video too. They didn't wait. They called the shelter right away. "Don't put that dog down," they said. "We're coming to get her." A few days later, the rescue team arrived in Texas. Emma was still terrified. She didn't want to leave her crate. She wouldn't make eye contact, but the team didn't rush her. They spoke softly, gave her treats, and let her take her time. Slowly, Emma stepped out, unsure but curious. She didn't know what was next, but these people seemed different, gentle, patient, and kind. They brought her to New York, where her healing journey began. Emma needed surgery to fix some health problems. Her body was weak, and her eyes looked tired. But the vets were kind. They spoke gently, moved slowly, and made sure she wasn't scared. Even during surgery, they treated her like she mattered. Next came treatment for heartworms, a dangerous sickness caused by tiny parasites. She got strong medicine, lots of rest, and soft blankets. Bit by bit, her body started to heal, but healing her body was only the beginning. Emma's heart was still broken. She didn't trust people. She looked down when someone came near. She stayed in corners, but the rescue team never gave up. They used soft voices, warm hands, and kind hearts. Emma started to change. She wagged her tail. She sniffed new hands. She took slow, brave steps. They cheered every little win. Emma also made new dog friends. They played gently. For the first time in a long while, she felt safe. Then, new families started to visit. They wanted to meet Emma. Families came one by one. They sat with her, gave her treats, and listened as the team shared her story. No one was in a hurry. The rescue group wanted to find the perfect match, someone gentle, kind, and full of love. Then something happened that no one saw coming. Emma's old family posted a video online. In the video, they cried. They spoke about something they had never told anyone before. 2 years ago, their youngest child was in the yard with Emma. A venomous snake appeared. The child was bitten. Even though the doctors tried everything, the child didn't make it. The family was heartbroken. In their sadness, they blamed Emma. They thought she should have barked or warned them. Grief made them act without thinking. They needed someone to blame, and that someone was Emma. Now they admitted they were wrong. They said sorry. They didn't ask for forgiveness. They just wanted people to know the truth. They asked to see Emma one last time. The rescue team thought hard, but they said no. Emma had come too far. She was learning to feel safe again. Seeing her past might break her all over again. The family understood and didn't argue. They didn't try to change anyone's mind. They just looked at Emma from afar and said goodbye with tears in their eyes. Deep down, they only wanted one thing, that Emma would be happy. And she was. Soon after, a young couple started coming to the shelter. They didn't ask many questions. They just brought soft blankets, tasty treats, and squeaky toys. They sat near Emma, quiet and calm, giving her space. Emma, now called Sophia, slowly came closer. She wagged her tail when they arrived. She rested her head near them. She didn't flinch when they touched her gently. The shelter team watched everything. They made home visits. They asked careful questions. They wanted to be 100% sure. When the couple was finally approved, Sophia had a new home. The car ride was full of love, tail wags, happy licks. No fear in her eyes. Her new home had a soft bed, quiet corners, walks in the park, and warm hugs. They shared Sophia's story online. Thousands followed. People saw her smile, saw her run, saw her play again. Rescue dogs Rock still visited, and every time Sophia barked happily, jumping and spinning with joy. One day, her new dad wrote, "Sophia isn't just a rescue dog. She's a reminder that healing takes time, but it's possible. All she needed was a chance. Now, Sophia wakes up safe, sleeps without fear, chases butterflies in the yard. She doesn't live in sadness anymore. She's loved, she's free, she's finally home, and that made all the difference."